Get started? Oh my goodness. Good morning. The folks from DUC are here for their Neighboring Faiths program. Good morning, you rowdy folks. Good morning. It's good to see you all. Just come on in, and we will get. Oh my goodness gracious. Good morning, y'all. I want to welcome especially our visitors this morning. We have visitors from Oak Brook, I think, visiting us. Hello, it's good to see you. We also have folks from the DuPage UU Church in Naperville. DuPage folks, woo! Welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. What a Sunday that you all picked to be here together. It is good. All right. I have lost, well, you know what? I never expect to have control at the blessing of the animal services. It's all good. Okay, by the way, all voices are welcome in this service. Welcome to this, I'm the Reverend Dr. Beth Johnson. My pronouns are she, they. And welcome to this place of peace and justice and hope. In this UU congregation, we affirm that no matter who you are, no matter who you love, where you are on your journey, or what species you are welcome here. For those of you joining us online, we're glad you're here. If you're visiting today and would like, you can go ahead and sign our visitor's book. And you're more than welcome to join us for, wait for it, Yappy Hour after the service. If you're visiting and would like to be greeted, you can take a green mug and we'll greet you. If you're an introvert, you could, and you want to see people but not talk to them, just take a regular mug. But do join us for snacks. And there's snacks for everybody, vegan snacks, snacks for the dogs. So we'd love to have you join us. I'm pleased to do this very special service with the UU Animal Ministry today with Jean Schaefer, who's our worship associate and part of the Animal Ministry, and Tiff Schaefer, who's the founder of the UU Animal Ministry program here at this congregation. Yay. Music today will be provided by Jamie Passman. Please feel free to take pictures, to post on social media. Just let people know that you're worshiping with us. And if you're new to our church or returning after an absence, I assure you that we have gone to the dogs. I know, that's my joke every year. And the cats. And the goldfish and the snakes. We've gone to all the animals that grace this planet and our lives. October 4th was St. Francis of Assisi's Day, and we here at the Unitarian Church of Hinsdale are joining fellowships and churches and other denominations to choose this time of the year to bless, to acknowledge, and to celebrate our kinship with all life, especially the lives of the other beings with whom we share our earthly home. All are welcome here in this multi-species, multi-generational children. So children will be in the service, and y'all, all voices are welcome. If your animal companion or your human companion happens to bark, you don't need to worry about that. We're good. There's always a lot going on in church, so you can read all about it in News and Notes, which is our weekly newsletter. There's a printed copy downstairs, and if you'd like to receive it every Friday in your inbox, you can go ahead and sign up for that back in the living room. I have a couple of announcements. Just to let you know that our annual auction is taking place with our mission of, that's not the right one. We are going to sing in a minute. It's a little sloggy. Yeah. With our goal of raising at least $25,000. And I mean, that's at least, y'all. So each year, the auction event brings us together to eat and visit, so to plan events and activities to get to know one another and to see our beloved ones. As we say later in the service, this church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, the fun we have together, and it is what we share with one another, the people around us, and with the world. So the annual auction, our biggest fundraiser, allows us to do that, to nurture and build the community so that we may in turn nurture and build the beloved community beyond our doors. So plan to join us and plan to donate something. Also want to invite y'all, and I think, Pam, all species are welcome to Friday Faith Fun and Fellowship. We are having our first one of the year, our Friday Faith Fun and Fellowship night. We really liked the alliteration. It's next Friday, starting at 5:30. There's dinner, a little bit of faith. We have a short worship service, and then fun and lots of fellowship. And we need all these things in our lives, and so we're excited to join to do that together. Dinner is at 5:30. Worship is at 6:30. And then the games and gathering starts at 6:50. And all ages are welcome. We'd love for you to RSVP, but if you can't, if the Spirit moves you, y'all just need to come on along with us. Yes, I know, it's hard. It's hard being... No, I want to get our landing. This is a little slow. Can you help me? Jean can help me do anything. There we go. I have absolute confidence in you. What do you think? Should I try? Okay, we'll give this a try, another try. All right. We acknowledge that here in the western suburbs inhabit areas that are the traditional territories of the indigenous people, including the Kickapoo, Peoria, Potawatomi, and others. As a people trying to live into a more just world, we have a responsibility to acknowledge the history and legacy of colonialism and the harm done to Native peoples, and to also work to repair that harm. This is a joyous service. It's a service that we do every year at this first Sunday of October. And I did not want to begin this service without some acknowledgments. Acknowledging that it is the High Holy Days for our Jewish siblings. Acknowledging that it is the anniversary tomorrow of October 7th. And that is the beginning of the genocide of the people of Gaza. We're also keeping people and animals in Asheville and all those who were in harm's way of the hurricane. So I realize that is a heavy way to start a service of joy. But beloveds, we hold tragedy, sorrow, joy, hope, and possibility. We hold them all. We come with all of that in our lives, in our day-to-day lives. Even when it's not an anniversary, we come with all of the pieces of our lives. So I did not want our day to start without acknowledging that. And also, for those of you who are interested to join the diverse, revolutionary, Unitarian, Universalist, multicultural ministry, and the UUA Side with Love, as there is a vigil this evening for Gaza. And you can read more about that in news and notes, and also in that announcement downstairs if you're willing to join us for that. So I'm going to invite you to take a breath with me, and I'm going to invite you to rise in body or in spirit and to begin our service in acknowledgement of all that is happening in our world, and sing with me. Be seated and hold a moment of silence for all who are suffering, near and far.
On this day, we come together with joy in our hearts, surrounded by the companions we love.
On this day, we come to celebrate the web of life.
On this day, we come to honor beloved animals that enrich our lives in so many ways.
On this day, we come together to acknowledge the sacred importance of all living creatures.
On this day, we come together to acknowledge this. On this day, we come to affirm our role as guardians of these beings.
On this day, we come together to bless and be blessed by these furry, feathered, scaly beings with whom we share our lives.
All around us is the symphony of life. The wind in the trees, the roar of the ocean, the clicking of hummingbirds, the howl of owls, the very noisy cry of the jay who is arguing with the squirrel in my front yard. The barks of dogs, the caw of the crow, all of these sounds and more are the symphony of life. We're invited now to add our voice to that symphony. I invite you to rise in body or spirit and sing with me, Sing and Rejoice. We'll sing that through 3 times.
Let us be a light for those who speak not with words, but with meows and barks, growls and howls, silently or with song. the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the scaly and crawly ones. Let us be in conversation with all who live within the interdependent web. Let us bless them. Let us be their voice.
When I came to this congregation, first of all, I was thrilled to come to this congregation because at the time that the UU Animal Ministry chapter was founded, I was the president of UU Animal Ministry. I had been a part of it since it was originally called UFETA, UU's for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and we went ahead and changed the name to UU Animal Ministry, knowing that the work that we do is indeed a ministry, right? It's reciprocal, right? We're going to do some blessing, but we're going to be talking about like who's really being blessed here. This congregation was the first to receive the Reverence for Life designation. The congregation, y'all, this is before I came, y'all had went through a whole process of different programs and different activities to be awarded that designation. So when I got here in 2023, just a year and a half ago, I was thrilled because I knew Tiff, and I knew that I would be able to be with folks who really grasped the nature of the interdependent web of all existence, that all beings have value, that all beings have worth, that all beings should be free from suffering and able to live their lives. And so I was thrilled to know that we celebrated that, and also to know that we also do a doxology. Now, for those of you who come from maybe more traditional background, you remember the doxology? Raise your hand if you remember the doxology. Okay, we have a few. It's very easy. We're going to pick it up. So we're going to go ahead and sing the UCH doxology. So sing with me. Okay. From all that dwell below the skies, let songs of faith and hope arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung, or barked or howled by every tongue. Nicely done. I love this so much, I'm going to show it again because it's like only a few seconds. Seriously, I'm showing it again, Jean. You ready? Watch. I don't know where this is, but I found it and knew I had to have it. Can you imagine coming into work each day and receiving, okay, I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me, it's like what, 20 seconds? And just imagine for a moment what it might be like. And what's up with the workers who like walk in and with such grace and such, right? And as the blessing was going, you thought I was going to show it again, didn't you? Okay, just really one more time. So, no, I didn't. So you can imagine the rabbit hole, pardon the pun, that I went down. And what our director of programs, Pam Fodor, was saying as the workers were coming in and the cat was blessing was what? Blessed be, right? There's different captions for this video. Some are, I don't know what religion this is, but I want to join it. I love that I serve a faith that acknowledges other animals and our relationship with them. And not only their importance to us, but our importance to them. Because it really begs the question, when we do a blessing of the animals, is who's blessing who? Yes, in a moment, y'all are gonna come up in as orderly a fashion as possible, and if it's chaotic, that's fine, to bring your animals up for a blessing. And as you heard in some of the words that were said already and a little bit later when we do our litany of love, we are as blessed by them as, pardon? Or more, says Pam, who's the volunteer, not only our director of programs and our religious educator, but who volunteers at the Humane Society. After a busy work of caring for all of us and caring for her dad, she makes the time to volunteer, and I know others of you do, because we know that when we are in relationship with other animals, and I almost always say other animals except when it's too awkward. And actually, my doctoral advisor was very annoyed when I kept saying other than human animals, and he scratched it out because it does get awkward. But I say other animals to remind myself that we indeed are simply another species among species. But of course, we have a unique intelligence, but that octopus is just as intelligent as we are. That cow loves to be petted just like your dog. And that pig that we saw at the beginning, oh my goodness, the videos I could have shown you. So we should just all pause in gratitude that I didn't show you YouTube videos the whole time. All of them, and the beautiful coyote who gets so vilified, but who is so noble. And the chickens who have their own hierarchy, who love to be cuddled. And the turkeys. All of those are the other animals that aren't in our sanctuary today. I do the blessing of the animals in the sanctuary because we are called to be a sanctuary for other animals, for all beings. We could have done it outside on this beautiful day, but we bring them into this sacred space. Yes, that's right, because we want them to be honored and seen and heard and known. So the question is always, who's blessing who? That's the question that I bring to this all the time. There's a reading that I like from Henry Beston. He wrote a book called The Outermost House. And then sometimes people just call and say, is my dog there? Henry Beston wrote, "We need another and a wiser and perhaps a more mystical concept of animals. Remote from universal nature and living by complicated artifice, man, humans, in civilization, surveys the creature through the glass of their knowledge and sees thereby a feather magnified and the whole image in distortion. We patronize them for their incompleteness, their tragic fate of having taken form so far below ourselves. And there we err, and greatly err. For the animal shall not be measured by human. In a world older and more complete than ours, they move finished and complete, gifted with extensions of the senses we have lost or never attained, living by voices we shall never hear. They are not brethren, they are not underlings, they are other nations, caught with ourselves in the net of life and time, fellow prisoners of the splendor and travail of earth." So we remember other animals and their places in our lives, and even the ones that we really can't see, or the ones that we're not so fond of. I was helping my sister get ready for an open house yesterday, and it was my job to go and check the bathrooms and see how everything looked. And there was a spider in the upstairs bathtub. Yes, I knew. I knew that spider was going to get a very bad rap. And of course, I terrified the spider at first by trying to get the spider to crawl up on my finger, which the spider did not want to do. But I felt like I was in a hurry, and where would I find a piece of paper? But I finally did, and then gently allowed that spider to skitter away on the floor where they would be safe, at least for the time. Sometimes when I clean, I don't like doing the corners. There's a lot of life in the corners. Sometimes I imagine all of the beings that we can't see, the ones that do their jobs, or the ones that come out every 17 years and grace us with all sorts of noise, but then with little bugs that bite us for a while. It's complicated, this living with other beings, but I do believe that we are made more whole, more human, more humane, when we allow ourselves to see, yes, absolutely, and be seen by these beautiful beings. In a moment, we're going to start our blessing of the animals. And the way that we're going to do this, Jean and Tiff are going to give me a hand. We're going to try and do this row by row. We'll just let it flow. Some folks don't have their companion animals with you, and that's fine. You can show a picture. Some people have stuffies. So if you want to go ahead, if you didn't bring your companion animal, yes. I know it's hard. People are all around us. Yes, I hear you. So this begs the question, too, just before we get to the blessing, is who is doing the blessing? There's a gorgeous picture. This is from St. John the Divine Episcopal Cathedral in New York. It's one of the deepest desires of my heart to see their blessing of the animals, because that is a camel that is walking through. They have horses, they have had giraffes, they have all manner of animals. And the priests and the folks, they lay hands and say a blessing. If your companion animal is amenable, I would like to lay hands on your animal, on your companion. And knowing that I am blessing through you, with you, and through the spirit of life and love that moves through all of us, not only us humans, but all beings. So we're going to go ahead and begin our blessing of the animals. And you want to help me wrangle the people? Tiff, do you want to start?
This is Bowie.
Well, tell us about Bowie.
Oh, Bowie's a 2-year-old Havanese, and he's getting his hands laid on and getting wiggly.
And he's a therapy dog.
He is. He's a therapy dog. We just did a couple visits this month, Hines VA Hospital, and a senior living home, and he loves going, and he loves hanging out, and
Blessings.
does a lot of tricks.
Blessings. Okay, first row. I love this part. This is my favorite part.
This is Gizmo. He's 8 years old, and we adopted him from West Suburban Humane Society.
Thank you, Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is Murphy. She's 4, and she loves to smile. She's a grinner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Benny. He's 8 years old, and his claim to fame is 5-inch eyelashes. Come see him later on if you can't see him now.
This is Wee Wei, and he's otherworldly, not a cat. Everybody knows him, and he still lives with us.
Blessings. Here you go.
Oh yeah, forget him.
This is Sly. He's also otherworldly. He's been gone over 30 years, but he's always around, taking care of me and everyone who he cares about. Great animal. Thank you.
This cat represents Snickers. She's wearing her collar that she had for 9 years, and she means a lot to me.
Hi, this is Tula. She's 9 years old. She's a golden doodle. She's also a therapy dog, and she visits a lot of schools with students who have hearing and impairments, and she's my best friend.
This is Mr. Lilly. He's 11 years old. He showed up in my backyard and eating frozen bread with birds long time ago. And one thing, don't let your grandkids name your cats. She wanted to name him Lily, and he's a big tomcat. So Mr. Lilly it is.
All genders, all pronouns, all names, all good.
This is Luna. Luna was born on April 8th, which was the day of the big solar eclipse, so we decided to name her after the moon. She's just 6 months old, and we love her to pieces. We got her after our Maggie died, and we thought we were done with animals, but turns out we weren't.
This is Todd.
It's Todd. Does Todd want me to touch him?
It's a 13-year-old brown tabby.
And I also have, we have Jax here. I want to make sure this gets close.
And this is Jax, who is 11 years old, who came to me as a rescue in the dead of winter, survived one of the worst experiences of his life, and he's happy. Foster fail.
Foster fail.
Foster fail.
Thank you. Thank you. We can go down.
Okay, so we have on the right, we have Coda, who's a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. He's 7 years old, and he loves all people all the time. His sister there is Gia, little poodle, and then we have another sister, Shih Tzu Daisy, who only has one eye, and she can't hear, so she needs a nice blessing. Yeah, Daisy's about 14 now. So yeah, I just wanted to, I wasn't sure how well behaved Coda might be today, so I brought his picture. So yeah, thank you.
This is a sweet kitty cat that Pat and Joe let us borrow because my daughter Nellie's loving snuggling her. And she represents our two rescue kitties, Bella and Bean. And then Pat and Joe also have several rescue kitties at home.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, she's
This is Frankenstein, the dachshund. And I also have two tarantulas at home that I didn't bring, but I want them to be blessed too.
I really wanted tarantulas.
This is Casey. He's 14 years old, and he loves to lick people's faces.
Blessings.
This is Mambo. He's 17.
All of our animals are at home because they are home buddies, but I have a picture of my dad's dog, Wiz, who is a very unique personality. And when my parents called to adopt, they're saying he was adopting him, I was like, what? And then they're like, yeah, my mom, he was born on the same day as your mom. I'm like, no, he wasn't. That's what the rescue told you, but it's all good. And then we also have our big black dog, Sirius, who is such a cutie pie. And then our two new kittens who just turned 7 months, Echo and Blue.
She thought she could get away without showing me pictures of her kittens. Like, Paula, really?
Photo shoot, yes.
There's a photo shoot.
See, do this. I have 3 cats. That's okay. I get it. So this is Moda, which means blackberry in Spanish. And then this is Mittens, and this is Kiwi. She's Kiwi because she's got green eyes. We just got her last year. She's a kitten. And then Mittens here, he likes to sleep all day and then climb on the bed at night and meow in your ear to tell you he's hungry. And then Kiwi, she's the only one that gets along with Summer, the dog. The other cats don't get along with Summer.
I can't pick her up, but. This is Nisha. She was adopted from the Humane Society. She's my second therapy dog. We're a team. And her name, my husband actually suggested, who's not a dog person, but it's Hindi or Sanskrit for dark. And she's a kind of dark dog, so it fit. I didn't bring my 4 chickens, but I thought about it. But one thing she started doing this year, and I don't know why, is she started chasing the hawks out of our yard because hawks love to eat chickens. So that was a self-taught behavior that we're very happy about. So. That's okay. That's awesome. Okay, come, Nisha. Nisha, come.
This is Squeebert. He's taking the place of my dog Zoe, who is 5 years old. She's currently at home. I didn't bring her with me, but here he is.
Thank you so much, Ash. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
This is Louie. He's a 6-year-old golden doodle, and he's inspiring to us because about 2 years ago he had a tumor in one of his back legs and they had to have it amputated. So he kind of reminds us that all bodies function in their own unique way, and he has a good attitude every day about it.
This is Coco. She's 3.
She's 65 pounds, but thinks she's 5 pounds. And she wants to be everyone's best friend.
This is my beloved Josephine. She passed away in mid-July, too soon. She blessed me with 10 years of elegance and joy and companionship, and I miss her very much.
Thank you. All right, this is Smokey Bandit, just like the movie. He's 11 and a half years old. He's been my emotional support animal since he was a baby. And he was, before my mother-in-law passed, he was her emotional support animal too. So he reminds me of her every day.
Thank you very much. She don't like that.
He's leash trained.
He's what?
He's leash trained.
Oh, yeah, that's impressive.
All right, this is Ash, and he's 4 years old. Bring him so that. And he's my daughter's emotional support animal.
This is Daisy and Luna, and they are best friends, and me and my husband's absolute perfect baby angels.
So all my kids are up above, but they would always be the loudest at every pet blessing that we went to, and we went to many. They were my life, and so I've got some on the backs and some on the front. But what gets me through knowing that Scripture tells us that no eye is seen, no ear is heard, no heart can conceive what God has prepared for those that love Him. And He sat upon the throne, He said, "Behold, I make all things new." So our faith tells us that we will see them again in some form, some way. So that's what keeps me going. And then also just to keep on working every day on behalf of animal welfare. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. Yes, I actually got bailing out Benji's shirt from Jamie. And this works to get animals adopted and not purchased from pet stores and breeders. But anyway, this is my Chloe. She is now 17 years old. I was not able to bring her today because she's just become very fragile. Yeah, this is last year's blessing. She was here. She is deaf and blind, but she still loves her treats, and she loves to snuggle. But this would have just been too much for her at her age, so. Thank you.
Okay, who do we have now?
I got yelled at because I forgot the axolotl. His name is Axel. He lives in our basement, and he's super cute. So if you want to see a picture, you can come see me after service.
I actually wanted a picture of that for the slides.
I have a friend that keeps a lot of chickens, like a lot of chickens. Do you know how many? Like 30. Like 30 chickens. Here they are.
So we as a family are here representing birds. So Dale asked for the blessing for the chickens. And I have Monty and Rose, piping plovers. Now, Monty and Rose are gone now, but their descendants are still at the Great Lakes. And it's an endangered species, and they're coming back. So we'd like a blessing for all the birds, and especially those that are trying so hard to survive.
This was Lillian, our friend Michelle's puppy. He only lived 8 months because he ate some sugar-free gum. So don't let your dogs or cats near sugar-free gums. She was a real sweetheart. 4 pounds.
I might need that. After my favorite cat, Theodore, died 10 years ago, Moosey Moose came to live on my bedroom dresser. And every morning, she greets me with these words, "Carol, don't take yourself too seriously.
Blessings.
You can't top that, can you? But I have so much admiration for all of you here who are devoted pet lovers. Throughout my life, I had various dogs and cats, and I came to learn that as much as I love them, I would not be a good owner. I guess I just like to sleep in the morning. I've earned it. So instead, I send bears to orphans in Africa so that they can have an animal because they don't have very much at all. And I'll just mention that Canada has a National Bear Week. It's now. We're at the end of it. And so when we think of Yogi and Smokey and Paddington and Pooh and all the others, think of all the other animals that aren't represented in the media like that.
I will invite you to share pictures and conversation of your beautiful companion animals. I wanted to share this painting, which I just received Wednesday from our own Peter Crower. Peter, are you here? Where's Peter? Peter is a member of our congregation, and he is an artist. And he told me when I first got here that he'd like to paint my cats. And I thought, well, maybe my boys, my 3 boys who had passed just before I came here. And I came with an 18-year-old gray tabby named Ms. B. Haven. And I couldn't have Peter paint a picture of my boys who had passed and put Ms. B in it because she hadn't passed, right? That felt like bad mojo, right? So Ms. B did pass just at Thanksgiving last year, and Peter, commissioned the painting. But then I thought, what about all of the other special cats that I've had for the past 40 years? And so Peter created this amazing painting from pictures that I had given him of my cats. And I am telling you all, I didn't bring pictures to show you how strong the likeness was. It was simply amazing. So deep thanks to Peter Crower for this gorgeous, gorgeous painting. Please come up and take a look at it later, and I think we'll give it a prized place where we have Peter's paintings over the fireplace for a little bit. So apparently Peter was warned when he showed the picture with a group of folks that he was with that I would cry. And yes, it was sobbing in the middle of the street and clinging. A little awkward, but just such a beautiful testament, and I'm so grateful. These are, I do have a new kitty, and I don't think I put her picture in, but I'm deeply grateful to all of you for sharing with such soul and commitment, and I know some of you work tirelessly on behalf of other animals. There is no limit to love. We can love humans and be deeply concerned about other humans, and we can be also hold in our hearts all the beings, including, as we've heard, the ones that are not here. So we'll go ahead and invite you into a litany of love. I just wanted to put in a lot of pictures. So come on up and help.
That's it up there? Yeah. Okay, the congressional response today is, we are blessed by your presence and we bless you. For the animals that we are responsible for day to day, our companion animals, we say, we are blessed by your presence and we bless you. For the animals that live in urban and suburban areas who see day to day in our neighborhoods, from the spider to the crow, from the feral cats to the coyotes, we say, we are blessed by your presence and we bless you. For the animals that are lost or in shelters, we say, We are blessed by your presence, and we bless you. For the animals captive in zoos and animal parks, we say, we are blessed by your presence, and we bless you. For the animals we call wild, who live in their natural habitat, who we see rarely in person or only in books and on film, whose habitat and lives may be endangered, we say, we are blessed by your presence, and we bless you.
For those animals suffering on factory farms, in laboratories, and used for entertainment, we say, we are blessed by your presence, and we bless you. We bless you, and we bow to work toward the end of your suffering.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we've blessed and been blessed, spoken our words of blessing, and no blessing of the animals would be complete without singing All God's Creatures Got a Place in the Choir. And I'm going to tell you, there's lots of verses, and it can get a little wild, and we're all just going to do the best that we can. So I'm going to invite you to rise, embody your spirit if you would like, and let's sing. For that, absolutely. Y'all, there's been a whole lot of blessing going on, and what a joy it is to have been in this multi-generational, multi-species community where all voices are welcome, where we journey together seeking and finding spiritual depth, to be part of something larger than ourselves, and to share our time, our talents, and our treasures. Here in this place, so much gets done in quiet ways, in big ways. And you know what? It always moves me. Church moves me. I love church. I love what we do. I love who we are. And I love what we can bring to the wider world. Now, if it is possible for you to give in our offering, you know it will be gratefully received. And please join me in our offering words. This church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, the fun we have together. It's what we share with one another, with the people around us, and with the world. We now gratefully receive your contributions. Thank you so much, Jamie. Oh, I forgot. That's Oni. That's my new kitty. I got her July 19th. Her person passed. And at first I wasn't sure I was ready for another kitty, but here she is, Oni. Couldn't help it. I forgot I did it. All right. Please join me in our chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of our truth, the warmth of this community, or the fire of our commitment. These we carry in our hearts and share with all the world. And beloveds, what else is there to do but to give thanks? We'll go ahead and sing this through twice. As we leave from this place, beloveds, go in peace, be makers of peace. Amen, and blessed be.